I would now like to ask Zoe Aikman to give the valedictory address.
Thank you. Chancellor Wiener, President and Vice Chancellor Carr, Dr. Petrowski, distinguished guests and participants, fellow students, family, and friends, chères familles, amis, finissantes et finissants, I am so pleased to address to you the graduating class of 2022. Congratulations. Félicitations. As the graduating class of 2022, we find ourselves in a weird and unique position here at Concordia and in the world in general. And I feel so fortunate to be speaking to you at our first in-person graduation ceremony since 2019. As I'm sure many earlier valedictorians did, when I got the email of my selection, I realized I had no idea what I was doing and looked up past speeches for inspiration. But the problem is that many of the themes that were present before 2020 simply no longer reflect our reality. One prevalent theme that I noticed was that this graduation was to mark the end of a chapter of our lives and the beginning of a new one, entering the workforce. However, it's become more apparent that our theme is one of resilience. We've learned that the future is not about a linear path of success, but about managing and embracing uncertainty. Where there was one certainty, there is now unpredictability, forcing us to find our way again in a time and place that feels unfamiliar to us. The past few years have spurred a global existential crisis, a collective reckoning with our values, our lifestyles, and our goals. We find ourselves wondering what happens now without much in the form of a script to help us. And this is something that I personally experienced. I was already struggling in school and was unsure of what I wanted to do before COVID hit. And then once it did, I decided to change programs several times and learn I had a second learning disability, and that I also have a complete inability not to treat online classes like a podcast. You know, like I'll be making some like elaborate snack or cleaning my room with the lecture in the background and then make up for it by playing it back at 2 times speed and still retain nothing twice as fast. But yeah, like everyone else, I delved into some form of existential crisis. Existentialism being a form of philosophical thought often portrayed as despair, even though the truth is just the opposite. As philosopher Robert Solomon points out, when interviewed, South said he never really felt a day of despair in his life, and that one thing that comes out from that thinking is not a sense of anguish about life so much as a real kind of exuberance of feeling on top of it, that your life is yours to create. And when South talks about responsibility, he's not talking about something abstract, but something very concrete. It's connecting with others, it's making decisions, it's doing things and facing the consequences, like maybe that assignment that you probably started the night before, or never remembering where the FG building is. The message here is that we should never underestimate ourselves, nor see ourselves simply as victims of various forces. Who we are and who we will become is always our decision. And creation comes out of imperfection, out of striving and frustration. As of last month, the measures are gone, the lockdowns are done, and we're back and better than ever. The class of 2022 will be a force to be reckoned with. Use this new chapter of your life to find your answers and embrace that uncertainty. Success is just as much internal as it is external. Don't be afraid to ask for any help or support when you need it, and know there's nothing wrong with taking the time you need to reach your goals. Exercise your human intellect and critical thinking as much as possible. Create beautiful memories, solve problems, and embrace life's uncertainties, because in uncertainty lies the power to influence your future, and now is the time to choose that future. Félicitations à tous. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. Congratulations to all the graduates.
Zoe, thank you for your energy, for those enlightening words, and for your strength. And may you go forward from strength to strength, and all of you in the class of 2022.